We're back with the dolls, y'all. Back with the dolls. I have not set up a screen region or anything like that. I don't even know what screen region I click on here to get this show on the road. That's the other reason it sucks to play NHL 26 or any NHL game online, is because everybody has like the most horrific create a player models that I've ever seen in my entire life. But anyway, this looks like a Richard Linklater. This looks like a Richard Linklater. This looks like a Boyhood or a mid-90s or something like that. Is it Boyhood? Who are you, man? You're like fake Kevin Costner? Are you like, is this like Beethoven? That's not Beethoven, but maybe there's like, where there's one dog, there's probably more? Is that Breathless? Okay. This has a certain student film quality to it. This is reeking of like the late 2000s though. Could this be Full Frontal? The Steven Soderbergh movie that he shot on a Nikon Coolpix? I guess not. This is a really hard one, man. This is a really hard one. I know you. Anne Hathaway. It's not young Anne. I don't know when this would be. It's not Havoc, let's put it that way. I don't know what this is. I should have known. I should have at least guessed Rachel getting married, but I don't know much about Rachel getting married. How do I know this person, man? How do I know this person? What is she in? Susan Sarandon? You're the kind of people telling me that Marcel Dion doesn't look like Justin. This is Susan Sarandon? Everything about her is different than Susan Sarandon. Like, what are you talking about? That's Rosemary DeWitt. What's she in? Duplass movies! It makes perfect sense. Those kind of look like, I could see fake Michael Keaton. Like if Michael Keaton was playing Colin Mockery in a movie and Kevin Costner was watching. I could totally see that. That's a tough one. I like when they bring the heat on Framed, though. I don't like so much when they bring the heat on the college football question on the Daily Dozen. Anquan Bolden played a lot with the Cardinals, and then he played for this NFC North team only 8 years ago? 9 years ago? That's crazy. Who's in the NFC North, man? That's the Lions, the Packers, and 2 other teams. Maybe the Vikings? Maybe the Vikings are in there? Bolden. Where would Bolden go after the Cardinals? For prestige. Or maybe it was trophy hunting. Maybe it was trophy hunting with the Aaron Rodgers Packers in the mid-2010s. Wrong. This European forward averaged over 18 points per game for the Pacers, Jazz, and Pistons. Andre Iguodala. This European country with less than 500,000 people qualified for its first World Cup appearance in 2018. Paraguay is not spelled like that and not in Europe, bro. Iceland? Was it Iceland? Iceland is less than 500,000 people. That makes sense. It's European, and I typed Paraguay. Missoula, Great Falls, and Butte are the top 10 most populated cities from this state west of the Mississippi. I feel like Butte is in Montana, right? This is Keanu Reeves. Obviously. You're breathtaking! And you are... It's the eyes. This is interesting. You're like Celine Dion. I'm not 100% confident going... So... I think I'm 100% confident going Celine. It's an all-Canadian mashup today. Originally called the Whaler, the Big Fish. Big Fish is from Burger King, I think. This cult favorite Fox sci-fi action drama co-starred Jessica Alba. That's Dark Angel. At 12 years old, Daphne Keane had a breakout role playing X-23 in the movie known as Logan. Not Logan Lucky. He was very unlucky. He was very unlucky in the movie. This a cappella group, they have... There's only 2 a cappella groups, man, and no one's asking you questions about the Nylons. The only thing anyone knows about the Nylons is that they did the Canadian anthem that they played in your school on Fridays. Ba, 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 ba. If you go to the Nylons O Canada, all on YouTube, all the comments are like, my school used to play this on Fridays. Mine too, man. Mine too. God, I hate pentatonics. There's one of the members of Pentatonics that really pisses me off. I can't remember enough about him to describe him. But he really pisses me off. And I know nothing about him as a human being. It could be a really good guy. It's the blonde. You're absolutely right. It's the blonde guy. The dude with the blonde hair. He's just doing too much, I feel. It's the blonde guy or the guy with the high voice 100%. Yep, it's the blonde guy. He might be a good guy, okay? It's not irrational hate. I hate him because he's the most, like... He gets the most attention in the band that I consider to be the worst band in the world right now. So that's rational. But I don't think he's like, you know, I don't necessarily have any belief that he's like a horrible person. I just hate the way he sings. Okay. These are types of lenses, bro. Telephoto sounds like a lens for sure. Interesting. Driver? An appeal. Appeal, petition, a call, and a driver. What is an impetus to raise awareness? A bid. A request. An entreaty. Oh, man. I mean, address, email, name, number, contact info. Driver flake, Finlit, eBay. They inlet, bay, lake, river. It's bodies of water with a letter in front of them. Yeah. That's a good one today. That's a good one. I'm not just saying it's good because I got it. That's a good one. The Donny Greek feta. I do like feta cheese, man. That being said, I have no idea how much feta cheese costs because I never buy it. Anytime my parents come to visit, they buy it because my mom makes a lot of salads, and then I inherit like a third of a container of feta cheese, and that's enough to keep me going for a while. I honestly have no idea. 28 ounces? Is that like 2 pounds of feta cheese? Cheese is pretty expensive. I'd have to assume this is like $10.99. 2 pounds of feta, $11.99. $11.99 sounds about right, man. Feta is expensive. Cheese, man, cheese is expensive. Which has more monthly searches? Charizard or The Office? The Office. I don't buy this number. I don't buy this number. That it should be 10 times bigger than that. Searches is always hard to tell, man. I mean, the more popular someone is, the more people know about him. So, like, everyone knows about Ryan Reynolds. But, dude, Globe and Mail fucking had a takedown of Ryan Reynolds in their Toronto International Film Festival roundup. They were talking about how he was there promoting the John Candy documentary. I Like Me, the John Candy documentary. And then they said, wearing something like wearing a suspiciously Canadiana themed lumberjack outfit, the aggressively tanned Ryan Reynolds. And I was like, get his ass. Get his ass, man. And then it was like, the documentary was good, but I Like Me might be a more fitting title for a movie about Ryan Reynolds. And I was like, it's happening. It's fucking happening. The shines off the rose. And I have no sympathy. The reason I have no sympathy is because you did one too many fucking commercials, man. You did one too many commercials. And actually, you probably did like 12 too many commercials, but you definitely did too many commercials. You should have known. It's not because he's overexposed. Pedro Pascal is in a lot of movies. He's in a lot of TV shows, but at least he's making like art, man. I mean, he's in some stuff that's not that artful. But that being said, at least he's in his vocation, right? This Ryan Reynolds is trying to become like a telecom CEO. I don't care about that. Anyway, I think The Office has more. Never mind. Usher or Avicii? I think it's Usher. I think Usher has more monthly streams. That was really close, man. You notice, by the way, and is it less games? Less games? I think they took my advice. I think less games. They've always got it as more now. And I'd like to say, I apologize for raining down the criticism on you for constantly switching this. But I would also like to say thank you for not just believing chat, where chat was like, you should just read it every time to make sure that it... This is a better experience. It would have been so easy for you to be like, learn to read, streamer, because there's like, 5,000 people in chat typing it every single time it happened. But instead, you streamlined the design process, and I think the game is much better for it. I think that was a great decision. Thank you for that. So Avicii, very popular, obviously. Garth Brooks is really popular, man. He's really popular. What? Garth Brooks has 700,000 monthly streams? It's like only 3x PewDiePie, bro. Who the fuck is Garth Brooks? Well, I got friends in low places. This doesn't seem right, man. He's not on streaming. He's not on Spotify. It's crazy that Garth Brooks is based, man. Or is he? I don't know. I gotta buy some Garth Brooks records and some Tetsuro Yamashita records, man. He's just greedy? I don't think it's greedy to want to like get paid for your art. Tetsuro Yamashita and Garth Brooks should do an album together, man. I'm gonna say It clears Cars too. Chow. Let's say Room is a lot better than Cars 2. Say Room is a lot better than Super Mario Brothers. Say Ratatouille is a lot better than Super Mario Brothers. Say Ratatouille is a lot better than Click. We're pogging up, man. Titanic's a lot better than Click. Top Gun is not as good as Titanic. Sorry, Gen X. Your time has come. Heat is a lot better than Top Gun. And I don't know this one. Shania Twain and Gary Sinise? Yeah, I don't think that's going to clear Heat. Now that I thought about it for 3 seconds, I don't think that's going to clear Heat. I'm going to say American History X, probably a higher rating than I Still Believe. Okay, that one's automatic for a guy like me. That one's automatic. Blah, blah. Blah, blah. Just wanted it off the screen. This is a bad time to say I think we should bring goatees back. I'm thinking, because I like to shave. I got a whole, there's a methodology to this, okay? There was a time where I was like, I want to grow a beard. By the time I started growing a beard, I'd gone too gray, and I'm not self-conscious about getting older, but the exact pattern of my grayness doesn't look right. Like, it looks like I'm dyeing my chin gray just to be, like, just to try to appear older than I actually am. Because it's so gray, like, right here, and then, like, a little gray around here, and then just, like, normal facial hair color for the rest of it, right? Yeah. So I'm shaving to keep the gray away. But then I'm also like, every time I shave, I'm like, especially if I wear a white shirt like this, it's just pudding, right? Like, there's no delineation. If I turn to the side, you're like, oh damn, he's got like a jawline. But for the most part, it's just like, it's kind of, I just blend in with the wall behind me, right? So I was thinking, maybe this is the impetus that leads a man to try to bring goatees back. You can't just grow a goatee. You have to be doing it. It has to be like a social movement. You have to be like, I'm bringing it back. I'm going to spearhead it. But now that I think about it, I don't think it would work, because the goatee is just the gray part. I don't think it would work. There's no shot I'm growing mutton chops. I wish I could be one of those guys who deliberately, and I'm not knocking my own visage at all. Like, I think I know where I stand, positive and negative. But I wish I could be one of those guys who deliberately nerfs his own look to make himself hotter. You know what I mean? Those guys who are like, they are deliberately sloppy in such a way that it actually makes them look hotter. I'm not that guy. I'm the guy who should be wearing the suit on the first day of school, unfortunately. I can't deliberately slop it up to raise the level. I have to put it together. I have to be the guy who's like, damn, like, you have a vest, you're wearing a 3-piece suit when they said business casual, and you're like, I just take pleasure in dressing the part, I guess. Dress for the job you want. And that sucks. It would be so much better if I could just grow like a mustache and wear like some fucked up hat with like Barney the dinosaur on it, and people would be like, damn, he's so hot. Fuck. Maybe next life. I feel like it could maybe like North Macedonia today. 7,000 kilometers. Maybe Angola. 7,000 kilometers. Maybe Kyrgyzstan. The USS Enterprise. Maybe Pakistan. Maybe Sri Lanka. Maybe Myanmar. We're not getting any closer. Now we're much closer. Maybe Thailand? China? Am I stupid? Laos? Laos is the answer. Okay. They got me in the damn golden triangle, bro. You didn't see any. Can I say one thing? I didn't turn my screen region on for this. Well, if I've ever had the opportunity to beat the glancing allegations, can we at least acknowledge that? So I did I was like 3 minutes of global. I didn't look at chat a single time, okay? That was, we nailed it. You're stupid? Yeah, I know. We all are, though. I got it in 4 today. Pixar, it didn't happen. Remember when people used to say that? Bro, this is like next to Laos. This is Thailand. That's Thailand. Nailed it. How'd you do in Gemini Cup? I don't think anybody really cares, but I'll tell you, it's actually a funny story if you play Uma. In a rush, I registered for the Gemini Cup in a rush, and I accidentally registered for the wrong one, apparently. Let's not say accidentally, because that implies like there's a little bit of it not being my fault. It was, I mistakenly registered for the wrong one. Because I thought open was any horse and graded was horses under B plus, B or lower. But it turns out that actually open is horses B or lower and graded is any horse. So I accidentally registered for the B or under. And when I got into it, I was like, oh, fuck, this is horrible. I only had 3 horses that were B or under. And then I went 3 and 2. And I went, wait, we're going to blow this bitch wide open. So then I went into the Discord and I said, chat, what the hell do I need to do to win with B rank horses? And they told me what to do. And then I made 2 other fucking studs, man. I made 2 other studs. And then I went 5 and 0. So I'm already in the A League. And the horses that I got are kind of insane in the open league. They're like 100 points below the threshold to be out of the league. They got 1150 stam. They got like 700 speed, which is appropriate for this. And they've got 550 power, which is like the threshold of what you need. And so how did I get them under B plus? They've only got 2 skills. They both got Swinging Maestro and they both got Firm. And then I deliberately lost before the URA finals by putting them on some fuck-ass strategy that they can't do anything with, and then tanking the race. Tanking either the Ara McKinnon in December or tanking URA quarterfinals. And then that got them no fans, and the career ended early, and then there they are, man. There they are. And we are going to beat their asses red, dude. It's going to be so sick. Anyway, 2015, I've opened to $208 million. Is this Jurassic World? The hell did Universal have that opened to 208? It is Jurassic World. It opened to $208 million? Holy cow, man. Yeah, I'm not mad at them for making so many anymore. That makes perfect sense. Is that a lot? It wouldn't surprise me if that's like a top 5 opening of all time, but I need someone to bring up the list. It's 8th highest grossing movie of all time. Crazy. $1.6 billion worldwide. Wasn't even that good. I'll do you one better. It's not even good at all, in my opinion. I've told this before. I was watching it on a layover. We were flying to Kingston, Ontario from Vancouver, had a connection in Toronto, had like a 2-hour connection. I was like, I'm going to watch Jurassic World. Got halfway through the movie and said, why the fuck am I watching this? And just turned it off and kind of like looked at people in the airport. Like, what are we doing here? They don't do Vancouver to Kingston flights. Very funny, VIP Daniel. Very funny. They don't do fucking flights to Kingston at all anymore. It's one of those cities now that has an airport, but no flights. COVID killed Porter Airlines flying into Kingston, Ontario for some reason. Probably because people would rather pay like $70 to take a megabus from Kingston to Toronto than pay like $400 to fly, even though it's 25 minutes versus 3 hours. But anyway, 20th Century Fox, Melissa McCarthy. I'm going to guess this is a comedy. Maybe it's Spy. Could be Spy. It seems like the right era. Spy is all right. I'm like, I feel like I'm of the opinion that I like Melissa McCarthy more than the average person, and I still don't like her. Spy is terrible. It's literally her second best movie. It's her third best movie. Her best movie, I really like Bridesmaids. Bridesmaids is really good. Her second best movie is the one I forget the name of every single time that has Richard E. Grant in it. Do You Hate Me or something like that? Or is that just what I type? How Can You Ever Forgive Me? That's it. Will You Ever Forgive Me? Can You Ever Forgive Me? See, it's hard to remember the name, man. And then number three I think is Spy. Warner Brothers, Dwayne Johnson, 2015. He was doing San Andreas and Rampage that year. I'm kind of on a fucking tear. Focus features, big fall off week 2. Maybe it's Garden State 2. Stephanie Scott, This Is How You Die. Could it be Happy Death Day? That seems more like a Blumhouse joint, but Stephanie Scott, I'm going to need some help on this one. A twisted new tale of terror begins for a teenage girl and her family, revealing more mysteries of the further. It's Insidious Chapter 3. I don't know shit about Insidious, and I don't know shit about The Conjuring. I don't know shit about The Nun and Annabelle. I don't know anything about any of these movies. The Vermiga-verse. Universal Anna Kendrick? It could be Trolls 1. Haters will say it's Pitch Perfect. It's Pitch Perfect 2? Pitch Perfect 3? Pitch Perfect 2. 72nd percentile kind of gas, though. Great call by the haters. So true, so true. Is this the one with Flula? It's the movie that beat out Fury Road week 1. Crazy, man. I know it must have been a fucking party in the theater, opening night of Pitch Perfect 2. Wonder what they sing. Did they sing Hold On by Wilson Phillips in any of the Pitch Perfect movies? It strikes me as a serious Pitch Perfect type song. Well, say you're gonna give it to you. Hold on for one more day. Pitch Perfect. Let me find a list. Songs in Pitch Perfect. Don't Stop the Music, Cups, Right Round, Since You've Been Gone, Party in the USA. How about songs in Pitch Perfect 2? Same shit? Same shit? Oh, this sounds good. Riff Off. Thong Song, Shake Your Booty, Low, Bootylicious, Baby Got Back, Live Like You Were Dying, Before He Cheats, 1,000 Miles, We Are Never Ever Getting Back Together, What's Love Got to Do With It, This Is How We Do It, Doo-Wop, That Thing, Poison, Scenario? Scenario? Here we go, yo. Here we go, yo. They were doing a posse cut in Pitch Perfect 2, A Tribe Called Quest, Busta Rhymes, Charlie Brown posse cut? Are you serious? Maybe I gotta see this, man. What verse did they do? I gotta see this, man. The video's so good. They're fun. Maybe I've been hating for no reason. Anna Kendrick is Busta Rhymes. Doesn't Busta Rhymes say some shit like he pisses on your face or something in that? Have you smelling ripe like some old stale urine? He does say, have you smelling ripe like some old stale urine? Chickadee Choco, the chocolate chicken. Yeah, he definitely says that, man. %, man. That's not Bare Naked Ladies. The Bare Naked Ladies, I say this, I'm Canadian, the Bare Naked Ladies stole it from Busta Rhymes. I don't want you to embarrass yourself in polite company by hearing that line and being like, oh, I love the Bare Naked Ladies. That's originally a Busta Rhymes lyric. Also, great. I love that music video that looks like it's on the Sega CD, like, make your video game. Anyway. It's a sample, OMG, don't piss me off. That's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. He also says rar rar like a dungeon dragon. I hope he didn't think that Nicki invented that one. She was referencing the goat. She might be the goat, but she was referencing the goat, man. Can we get some modern references in this stream, not ones from 40 years ago? Sorry, bro. That's when the monoculture existed. What do you want me to reference now? Some shit 2% of the population is aware of that came out yesterday? We're fragmented as fuck in this bitch. The only thing worth referencing is something from back when everybody watched the same shit, man. Downton Abbey, A New Era. This is a sponsored post. Sponsored post. It's not enough I have to hear about this shit every night when I'm watching Jeopardy. Just because Sony Pictures also owns Jeopardy and Downton Abbey. All right, where am I going with this shit? We got to get out of England. There's always Dominic West. You can get out. You can get to Chicago. They both reach for that gun. It's Dominic West. It's Chicago. It's John C. Reilly, Mr. Cellophane. It's Magnolia. Magnolia to Philip Seymour Hoffman, to Almost Famous, to Frances McDormand, to Fargo. No, to Nomadland. I got there way earlier than I expected. To Swanky, to David. Now, David, the Poor Things. We can get there. Mark Ruffalo. Mark Ruffalo has to be in a movie with one of you. Mark Ruffalo. Don't freak out. You should be able to get this. It's not just Mark Ruffalo. It's also Emma Stone. Emma Stone, Bradley Cooper. Bradley Cooper, Jesse Eisenberg, Richard Jenkins, Sally Hawkins, Poor Things. It's also Rami Youssef. It's also Willem Dafoe. Willem Dafoe! Oh, shit. 1 minute, 7 seconds, swanky percent. Oh, that's huge, man. That's huge. 7 links with a swanky is crazy. One day we're going to get a sub 1 minute swanky. One day. Damn, I'm used to punishing you with Puck Doku after you make fun of my line in Movie to Movie, but now you're being rewarded with Puck Doku after I make fun of after you make fun of my swanky line. Okay, 50 games played in their career for a Wild defenseman. Damn, that's tough. Okay, give me a second here. 50 games played in their career for an Oilers defenseman. Let's find someone. Let's find Oscar Clefbaum, man. Handsome motherfucker. I didn't know this is what Oscar Clefbaum looked like. That's pissing me off. That's crazy. I had no clue. Looks like he's from like an animated movie or something like that. Looks nothing like Justin. And it's not me saying that Justin isn't cute. They just don't share the same facial features. Now, if I could find a way to get Marcel Dion on the board here, that'd be a different story. Oilers defenseman 250 plus. I mean, we're gonna go. Honestly, 250 plus. I'll hit you with a Pronger. Also, doesn't look like Justin, for the record. 750 plus. I'm gonna hit you with a Paul Coffey. He's been around the block. Okay, Bruins defenseman who's played a long time. There's some obvious ones, man. We'll probably hit you with like Ray Bourque would be the easy one. It's not spelled like that, bro. Raymond Bourque. There you go. Bro played from 1979 till 2001. That's I forgot the caveman tech that he was on back in the day. Oh, man. Aesthetics changed a lot between 79 and 01. I gotta think. Bruins defensemen. They have. I don't watch the East, man. They have good defensemen now. They have like a criminally underrated defenseman now that I don't care about. I feel like is it Brad Stewart probably played 250 games, and then 50 games. You were drafting. I always remember that in the 2015 draft, you had 3 picks back to back to back, and they all whiffed. One of them was DeBrusk, who's now on Vancouver, so I guess I can't laugh too hard. Also, he's been pretty all right. 50 games. You just need to think of a single Bruins defenseman, man, that has ever played for the team. Why is this impossible? Why is this so hard? Chara, maybe? That'll work. I was like, what the hell? I can't think of any Bruins defenseman, man. Okay, Wild defenseman. I have no idea. Oh, fuck. I think maybe Sandis Ozolins played for you for a while. Oh, fuck. Am I crazy to say Kristen Scrastons played for you? I think these are all Colorado Avalanche players, man. I can't do it. I can't fucking do it, man. Oh, Brent Burns! Brent Burns! Suitor! Oh, no! Lubomir Visnovsky with a 0%? That's my goat, man. That stings. That stings. Mark Carney's a wild defenseman? Yeah, man. You should see him on the trail runs. Nobody's getting by him. You couldn't get Brock Faber? Dead ass, I would rather sleep than watch Minnesota play my team. I'm probably like, we're going to lose 2-1. Only last time I watched Minnesota games was when we dummied your asses in the bubble playoffs. Felt damn good. Nice little warm up before we beat the defending Stanley Cup champions St. Louis Blues. And very, 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 very nearly took out the Vegas Golden Knights as well. But how about after that? Okay, what the fuck have you done since then? They literally offered to pay your best player more money than anyone's ever been paid, and he said, nah, I'll pass. Also, fuck you, because your GM's a piece of trash. I have no problem with the people of Minnesota, including Bob Dylan. I have a problem with Bill Guerin. Bill Guerin, the president, phoned our team before the Four Nations finals, and that really got the boys riled up to lose in overtime because we didn't defend Connor McDavid. That Bill Guerin, that guy. Yeah, the boys were really excited to get a phone call before the president. They got so excited they forgot to defend the best player in the world in overtime. All right. I mean, me personally, that would be like, if I was a coach, that'd be one of the things I'd be harping on. I'd be like, let's go out there, boys, give it 110%. Don't forget to keep a guy on McDavid. Don't forget to keep at least one stick on McDavid when he's in the slot, please. He's really good. He's insanely good. Anyway, Philip Seymour Hoffman plays a real person in Almost Famous, bro. You think Vancouver's winning the PWHL this year? Could be, man. Could be. Philip Seymour Hoffman starts with a Q to Z. Yeah? The master? 3 or more word title. Along Came Polly. Next, Emily Blunt plays a real person. That's got to be Edge of Tomorrow. Emily Blunt plays a real person. She play a real person in The Devil Wears Prada? I'm going to say Quiet Place Part 2. Is that a real person in The Devil Wears Prada? Mary Poppins, not a real person. Confirmed Mary Poppins, not a real person. Play a real person in The Devil Wears Prada? I mean, like, fuck you. I mean, Meryl Streep plays a real person in the movie. She plays Anna Wintour, man. She's in Oppie. If anything, I think you might have it backwards, but I haven't seen the movie. I still think it's a great visual joke. Oppenheimer, if Oppenheimer in the group chat, quotation marks, have asterisk. And people said, what does that mean? Dude was cracked at inventing the nuclear bomb. Sucked ass at English. I am become death destroyer of worlds. Red pen. I have become death destroyer of worlds. Learn to speak English, dummy. Numbnuts. Tom Hardy plays a real person. Mad Max. 3 or more word title. Venom, Let There Be Carnage. Title starts Q to Z. Tom Hardy. He's in a movie called The Fighter. No, he's not. No, he's not. No, he's not, man. He's in a movie called Bronson. Maybe it's about a dude called Bronson. That sounds about right. That's as cute as Zed. Maybe Venom. Maybe Venom, the third movie. I don't know, man. What is Emily Blunt in Maestro? Oppie? I don't buy it. Charlie Wilson's War. Mary Poppins Returns. Honestly, I'm just going to go ahead and say it. If you fucking play a behind-the-scenes documentary in Movie Grid, shut the fuck up. That's cheating. Meryl Streep, real person in adaptation. True. I mean, she's not on the part of the Movie Grid, but you're talking about Susan Orlean, bro. That's my goat right there. That's my goat. She smoked weed for the first time at like age 57 and fell in love with Chris Cooper, man. Never do drugs. Blew up her whole fucking life. Great. What a great movie, though. Imagine me and you. I do. I think about you day and night. It's only right. Brian Cox kind of the GOAT in that movie as well. I'm verifying that I'm not a robot. You can't hear this, but the first word was bitter.
Cajole. A verb meaning to persuade with flattery or gentle urging, especially in the face of...
Yeah, that was a tough one. That was a tough, easy one.
Emperor. A noun meaning the sovereign. Rover. A noun meaning...
A name of a dog.
A noun meaning a utensil that is usually a hollow cone with a tube extending from the smaller end and that is designed to catch and direct a downward flow.
Funnel.
Armaments. A noun meaning a military or naval force. Hyrax. A noun meaning...
We've had this before. Ah!
Tepidity. A adjective meaning...
Am I stupid?
Emboldened. A adjective meaning made bold. Plush. A noun meaning...
Best Stone Temple Pilots song, I have to say.
Numenon. A noun meaning... Chicanery. A noun meaning... Conspiracy. A noun meaning the... Strife. A noun... Huguenot. A noun meaning a member of the...
Damn, I suck ass, man. I suck complete ass. Huguenot. Tepidity, fair enough. Chicanery is a great word. It was great before Michael McKean. It's even better after. Saul Butte. Looks like a delicious taco. I'll take the delicious taco. I like a fish like this, but I know the average person could take it or leave it. I think I got to go with this, with the whole garlic cloves in it. Whole garlic bulbs. Shabu shabu is, like, listen. We got... This is the shit they were eating in Resident Evil 7, man. That ain't right, man. That ain't right. This is... Shabu shabu's really good, man. I got to imagine it's something. It's just the present. This is fine if it's just you, man. But I don't think you can make it work with the plastic Tupperware. This is an interesting one. Stroganina, thinly sliced raw fish served frozen. Sprinkle of salt and pepper, onion or mustard. I bet this is delicious, man. A delightful dessert featuring crunchy water chestnut cubes. Give me the frozen raw fish, please. I think that's fucked up. A Scotch egg from Italy is probably even better than the ones from Scotland. Salt Key and Aki Fish, are you here? It's your day in the sun, man. You are on the screen. I don't hold a grudge, okay? You did not give me the pass to say Bombaclad, and I respect you not giving me the pass, even though I pushed back on it, given the chance. Not here, not here. Okay, not here, but here. The food you have referenced in your name is on the screen. I still think a brownie clears. A brownie is like insanely good taste. 93% seems very honest for that. This is tough, man, because this looks good as fuck. I don't know what that is, but it looks good as hell. Meringue and sponge cake, rich, creamy buttercream, flavored with coffee or vanilla. This looks good as fuck, man. But dumplings of any sort are very, very well liked. I think that's fair. I think that's fair. This looks pretty good. Rice cakes and vegetables like bean sprouts. Prepare a sauce with peanuts, garlic, chilies, tamarind, and lime juice. I tried to replicate it, but we just don't have the spices. I'm going to go with it. I mean, that looks good too. It looks like the Papa John's pizza cookie, but Huevos Rancheros is one of the all-time great breakfast foods, for sure. Damn, I got bodied by the average on this one. Stings. Head cheese. This is head cheese. I don't know where it's from. Maybe the United Kingdom. We get a lot of our foods from there. Maybe Germany. Blood tongue. It's a blood sausage, pork snouts, tongues, and other cuts. I'll be the guy that says, nah, I ain't eating that. I'll pass on that one. No disrespect to you. Beef. This is some shit they'd be giving them in like the Civil War to carry around in a pouch. This is beef jerky, man. Where is this beef jerky from? There's a beef jerky place like in, I don't know, I guess it's like Mount Pleasant or maybe it's East Van. And it's like I think it's a Vietnamese beef jerky place. But I don't know if beef jerky is originally from Vietnam. I feel like I associated the most with the United States, even though it has umami in the description, as ice cold. All right, well, let's go Vietnam then. Okay, biltong is from Malaysia? Does that make sense given the directions? No, man. No, it doesn't make sense. It would not be ice cold. Is it possible this is from like South Africa? It's from South Africa, okay. Holy cow. For some reason, until today, I thought biltong was from the Philippines. This is where I'd look and see if the Philippines is in here. Of course I would eat it, man. Cookie. Brioche-like bread enjoyed during festive times. Yeah, that's bread. Cutting into my bread to make sure it's bread. Let's say like Austria. Looks like it could be from Austria. Looks like it could be from France. Moana. Southwest of France. Southeast of France, southwest of Austria. That's like like Libya? It's Tunisia. Oh, fuck. It's Algeria? Oh. Oh. Of course I would eat it. It looks amazing, man. An honest 95. Please, I didn't get bodied by the average on this one, though. Thank God. It's not Al anymore. It's Dunk. That's right. Sorry. Dunkgeria. Question mark? It's an Adam Sandler reference. You wouldn't get it. Damn, this dude, are they doing, is Scrandle doing a Japan off? This is like the only way you can get an honest A-B comparison of Japanese foods as if they go up against other Japanese foods. Now, let me tell you, this one's going to piss me off, and I'm already ready for it. This 100% is going to taste better than this, but this has the Studio Ghibli cinema factor of it being a bento box. This is like real, this looks cooked to order. It looks tasty. They've even garnished it a little bit. This is going to be cold. The rice is all going to stick together, but the box is going to win. Wait, maybe they got shooters. Maybe they know, man. Burger Japan or Pizza Korea? This one's tough. If I may be so bold, there's one problem with the pizza, which is that it just doesn't look quite right. But they nailed it on the pepperoni for sure. But there's something about it looks a little soupy maybe. So I'm going to go burger. Damn, I guess I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Again, to me, the karage looks fried yesterday, reheated. I'm going beef bowl. I gotta go with the yangnam chicken. This looks like if katsu chicken curry could be bad, this looks like a bad version of it. It's got to be the yangnam chicken. It's insane. This has a 91. This has like the same vibe as the sausage roll, where they like burn the logo onto the sausage. Yakisoba with a beer, or chicken teriyaki skewer. I mean, this just kind of looks like uninspiring to me. It doesn't look like there's any meat or anything in it. They got the pickles, sure. It does come with the beer. I gotta go with the skewer though, man. I'm sorry. I'm voting for me. I think that I think that they don't know what they're talking about. I think the voters don't know what they're talking about. Yakiniku, a box of Japanese barbecue is kind of crazy. I'm going to go with the chicken as a result of that. Has to be done. Strawberry bubble waffle or curry rice with a Scotch egg. This probably goes. This looks a lot more Instagrammable. Fair enough. I would probably rather eat that, to be fair. The taco, yeah, you just said if you can't beat him, join him. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. You don't know anything. You don't know anything. Sausage and rice cake skewer versus ramen that we had before that we know is in the 70s. But I feel like people are not going to be fucking with this, even though it looks good. So I'm going to go with the ramen. Kiwi pizza versus spaghetti and French toast. It's going to be the spaghetti and French toast. I'm telling you, and I'm not trying to make any enemies here. Japan is amazing at cooking Japanese food. They're also surprisingly amazing at cooking Italian food and French food. 100%. Word to God. You gotta be a little careful when they start cooking the American foods. You gotta exercise judgment. I'm sure there's amazing American food in Japan, but you can't just be like, I bet this American restaurant's gonna be good. You have to take a look. You have to see a picture and be like, what's going on with this? You think you got Italians and French dudes in kitchens making your food? No, but I'm a different kind of beast. I don't really care who made the banh mi as long as it tastes good. Apparently I'm the only person who's in that camp though. Everybody else is like, you should go there. There's a real American dude making the hamburger. I don't care, man. Just put the $5.99 banh mi in the bag. I don't mind a Hamburg steak, to be honest. What do they serve at an American restaurant? American food? I mean, listen, Europe, I'm putting you on notice because I've been there. Previously, you've been able to hide in obscurity because not everyone had been there. Now that I've been there, you're in trouble. I hope you're not from Belgium. You're like, oh, American cuisine, what is that? You know what Belgium was trying to feed me 10 times a day? Waffles, French fries, stew. We got that, man. We got that, and beer. Yes, but our French fries. No. Listen, the fries were good, okay? The fries were good. I'm sure if we had a fry off, you know, you'd be in the mix, but you're not clearing them wholesale, okay? You're not clearing American fries wholesale, I'll tell you that much. You tried the waffle? I did, and the waffle was good, but it was like, I feel like I might have gotten it from like an Instagram style pop-up, because I didn't know. I've never been to Bruges before, man. Now let's compare obesity percentages. You're a bad person. What are you talking about? We're talking about how good the food tastes. Now you're like, yeah, but your country's less healthier? First off, duh. Also, secondly, I don't live there. Thirdly, just take the L on the food, little bro. You don't need to be like, yeah, well, your country has like systemic problems. We're just talking about the taste of shit. It was a stakeless gamble, and now your feelings are hurt and you're lashing out. That's embarrassing, man. That's crazy. Also, post your abs. You don't get to talk like that. You don't get to be like, our country is fitter than your country, because you're not a country, you're a dude. So, you know the deal. Mile time, watts per kilogram, abs, or blood work. Post your country's GDP. That's the American version of like, let's look at the obesity rates. There's always one dude where whenever I make a joke to make people laugh, but the butt of the joke is something American, they're like, well, our GDP is, I'm like, that's not you, bro. That's like 10 dudes. That's like, you're not them, man. They don't know who you are. You and me, we're just people. You're literally talking about like Larry Ellis and Mark Zuckerberg and Elon Musk, bro. They would spit on you if they saw you on the street. That was Scrandle. Scrandle goes to thrice. Around 650, the Indian Ka went from being a placeholder to what fully fledged number? 0. 0 is the only number that matters. If they ever ask you a trivia question about what a number is, it's always going to be 0. I guess you're right. It could be pi. It could be pi. Freon inventor DuPont merged with what rival company that created napalm? 3M. You have beef with Edward Jones. You can call America's most famous stock market index by what surname of his business partner? Dow Jones? Dow? The Dow? Dow Chemicals? Excuse me. I have an issue, and this is just because I'm a bitch. Thrice? The Dow Jones is not America's most famous stock market index. It might have been in 1980. In 2025, it is not the most famous stock market index. The most famous is the S&P 500. The NASDAQ is probably pretty close. It is? It's not. The S&P laps it 50 times. Dow still clears if you're 472 years old, maybe. And Polymarket, that's true. Don't forget about Polymarket. And don't forget about the Hang Seng and the DAX. Go poll 1,000 Americans. I'm not going to poll 1,000 Americans. They might not know shit about the stock market, bro. And also, what do you mean? But there's a most okay famous. Like what does famous mean, man? More people have heard of it. I don't know. I feel like more people have heard of the S&P 500, man. Wait, I just closed thrice. 1 second. The Northwest German Radio Orchestra of Hamburg was the OG alter ego of the easy listening hitmakers called 101. Records. Pizzicato and arco are markings you'll only find on the scores of what orchestra section? String? 101 strings, man. 101 strings. How about that? Yeah. Unc knows the orchestra. It's true. Unc knows the orchestra. Pizzicato is when you start playing that violin like a guitar, right? When you go Joanna Newsom mode. Reflecting its holiday-themed origins, what globally distributed beer is named for the Star of Bethlehem? I'm thinking of beers that have a star on the front of them. One of them is Newcastle Brown Ale, which is not likely to be the Star of Bethlehem. The other one I'm thinking of is Sapporo, which doesn't seem to make sense. Could it be Heineken? Heineken has a star on the front of it. It could be Heineken. I don't know what the fuck Heineken means. Is it Budweiser? When I see Pilsner, it might be Budweiser. The surname joined up in 1708 and the star didn't come. What still reps the year 1366 on its label? Budweiser? What Belgian beer? Fuck. Belgian beers. Duvel, Chimay. I don't think it's Delirium Tremens with its Stella Artois. Okay. Forgot, it's Belgium. The Belgian beer drank exclusively in the UK. Beyonce was dripping swagoo in what 2011 song? Love on Top? In an early single, Pink was making my connection at what thing that was just getting started? The party. The answer is party. She was dripping swagoo. That's a tough thrice today. Only 10 points. You have to write that down for later. Beyonce sucks? No. First, I'm not just saying that because I want to avoid the Bayhive. I'll make enemies. Beyonce mogs Kesha. 100%. I'm not a huge Beyonce fan, but she's got some jams, okay? Crazy in Love, Countdown, Love on Top, Halo, and I'm not even a ballad type of fella. She knows how to swing, for sure. And by swing, I mean sing. Cowboy Carter, I haven't heard it yet. I have to wait for it to come on the Girl Boss playlist my daughter puts on in the car sometimes. Crazy in Love was 22 years ago? Okay, and you fucking came into existence probably like 24 years ago. You'd probably be pissed off if people were like, you're too old to care about. That shit doesn't happen until you're like 70. You're really saying this shit is old when it's younger than you? Like, kind of an unforced error, nephew. I'm 38, then why the fuck you saying a song that's 23 years old is too old, bro? You're older than that. Why, 38 years old, you're beefing with Beyonce? Come on, man. The war ended like 15 years ago, bro. She won. Shouldn't you be in a meeting? Get him. 36-year-olds would never, man. 36-year-olds, we respect Beyonce. 38-year-olds, they're always out there. They're probably still making memes about the Jonas Brothers or something like that. Why do all the pretty girls like the Jonas Brothers? You ever see High School Musical? It takes me out, the dance moves from We're All in This Together from High School Musical. Every time I see it, which happens a lot on the Disney cruise, it takes me out, man. The exaggerated front hand claps, and then when they they do the hands on the knees and go like, and then turn to the middle, like with military precision. It's so good. We're all in this together. It's so good, man. And also, I haven't brought this up to him yet, but I have a friend. We're parental friends. I think I'm going to see him this weekend. He looks so much like Ryan from High School Musical. He looks so much like Ryan from High School Musical that I did actually look it up. At first I was like, the odds are is probably not him. But it was so close to, like, I de-aged him like 15 years in my head, and I was like, it could have been him. So I had to check. Who's Ryan? Sharpay's minion. I am rotating him in my head now too. With his fuck ass like Trilby. I'm rotating him in my head right now. He's going like this, and I'm spinning him in my head. I'm giving him a clown nose. Yeah. Sort these. Okay, it's career week. 12 to 15-year-old girls who say it's what they want to be when they grow up. So this is going to be different than the boys' side. I'm willing to say boys are going to have less incidents of wanting to be a teacher, much less incidents of wanting to be a vet. Probably boys will have much more incident of wanting to be a professional athlete. I feel like influencer might come out in the wash. That might be like roughly the same. I feel like it might be like teacher, vet, influencer, athlete on the bottom. Hard swap these two and we're in. Scientist at the top, man. That's crazy. Good for them. When I was in school, nobody said they wanted to be a scientist. Best you were going to get is somebody saying they wanted to be a doctor. Nobody was like, I want to be, we didn't know what an engineer was in like 2003, man. This is really funny. Saying you want to be an inventor when you grow up is kind of hilarious, but surprised to see vets so low, but it makes sense. Geppetto has. Is Geppetto an inventor? Puppeteer slash inventor, maybe? I could see it. Yeah, there's nothing left to invent, little bro. We got all the sandwiches. We found out yesterday we got all the sandwiches. Unless you're really going to go all in on the sloppy mouth. Indiana versus North Carolina. We go North Carolina. Non-citizens. Gilbertown, Arizona. I have no idea. More smokers? I gotta assume it's Ohio. Higher percentage of workers employed in the educational services industry. Let's go Denver. Oh, Lubbock's where the university. Fuck, I don't know that shit. I don't know where Texas A&M is, bro. High school diploma. More in Nebraska or more in Oklahoma? More in Oklahoma. Fuck you, man. Fuck you. Texas Tech is in Lubbock. Whatever. Literally, Patrick Mahomes is the only thing I know about your university. So act like you've been there. Or better yet, act like I haven't and never will. The two-piece. Way too greedy. Way too greedy. Oh, what a beautiful shot, though. Nah, he might be the GOAT, man. Honestly, let me get a checkpoint and move me back, because I think there's a line here. Oh! That was beautiful, man. That was beautiful. What the fuck is this pinball machine, man? Okay. Okay, that is the best performance. It's the top 2%. It's the best performance of my life. It's the best performance of my life in this game. I got what the hell is minus 11 in golf? That was an insane performance. I'm basking in it. They should one golf tournament, and it doesn't have to be, one of the majors. They should do one golf tournament a year that is like one golf course that's a par 72. That would be so fucking sick, man. How long would that be? Let me just. A par 4 is like 400 and something yards, maybe like high 300s. 400 times 18. Be like, maybe like 4,500 yards. You'd want a cart. I think you'd want a cart. Par 72 is the whole course? Yeah, but there's only one green. That would be sick, man. That would be sick. Just one. Or a 72 hole course that's all par ones. But now that I think about it, I guess that's literally like mini golf. But imagine like putting and being like, oh shit, that dude just got a negative 17 on that hole or something like that. You're like, holy fuck. That's the greatest hole in golf history. Imagine 72 holes. It's just so sad to me. Magrest, I don't know if you're going to back me up on this, but they're not horny. Someone said 72 holes. They're pretending to be horny because the word hole existed. They're signaling horniness with no actual impetus behind it. It's so sad. It's a jerker, for sure. I got nothing against the jerker, but like, stop pretending to be a fucker. If you're gonna horny post, it's actually like less annoying to be horny in horny posts than it is to be pretending to be horny. So stupid. Like you're wearing fucking like slacks right now. Imagine 72 holes. Oh. The fuck are you talking about? Doesn't make any damn sense. So disingenuous. It's disingenuous horniness. You wear jeans inside? I literally have khakis on right now, okay? Khakis are not jeans, they're chinos. Read a book. I think this is like a 99-degree angle. Wow, not even 108? 110? Oh, 111. 112. I should have known. I should have known. He's never seen a 113. He's never seen a 113 and he never fucking will, man. Stupid. Short Stories About Robots by Harlan Ellison. I have no mouth. And I must scream. I have mouth and ice cream. Classic image macro, man. Not all social media was bad, okay? On aggregate it was bad, but every once in a while the cream rose to the top. I have mouth and ice cream. Smiling face is a good one. 20th century philosophers and scientists that were murdered in 1989. COINTELPRO targets left-wing populism in the United States. Is this Fred Hampton? Is Huey Newton? Pictures that go hard as fuck, bro. Holy cow. Pictures that go insanely hard. 1891 plays. The Unbearable Lightness of Being. I don't think that's a French language play based on the New Testament, man. I didn't know that, though. That's like some Hereditary shit in there. I just don't know that one. 1755 American folk songs. This Yankee Doodle Dandy. Can I, if you'll excuse me, I'm taking the point for that one. This thing's called Yankee Doodle Dandy as far as I'm concerned. Australian male characters in soap operas from Neighbours. Quick, just come up with the most Australian name you could think of. I haven't seen Neighbours. I know that Kylie Minogue was on it. That's Hugh Jesserman. August observances. Marian dogma, entering heaven alive. Eastern Orthodox liturgical days. Catholic Mariology. Oh, wahoo! I have no idea, man. I can't even come up with a guess. The Assumption of Mary. Okay. I have no idea what this is. I just have no clue. Applications of cryptography. Internet services shut down by a legal challenge? It's WikiLeaks. My dumbass is about to type the Wayback Machine for a minute. What's the Assumption of Mary? Mary found an insane skip strat. She went to heaven while she was still alive? Yes? Jesus' mom went to heaven without dying first? That's fucking crazy, man. I am picturing her BLJing up like the steps to heaven. Which I have to imagine, because they did a lot of paintings of her. She's like one of the most revered figures in the lore. So that's not going to make a lot of people happy that I'm rotating her in my head right now. But all I can say is I like the paintings too. She's always holding the dude who's going like this, which I think is Jesus. It's always like a baby with a receding hairline. It's going like this. I love those paintings, man. Set my watch to those paintings. How did she go to heaven without dying? She knew a guy? Be serious. Be so fucking for real with me right now. Celtic goddesses, mythological queens, triple goddesses. I think I'm going to know this, but I don't know the name of it right now. The Morrigan. Okay, I didn't know it. That sounds cool, though. 20th century Japanese male writers. I'm looking for head cut off by third dude at the seppuku. No, I don't think it's Mishima, guys. I don't think it's Mishima. Best foreign died in 1998. This is fucking. This is Akira Kurosawa, man. This is Kurosawa. It couldn't be anybody else. Damn! Okay, he got that shit on, man. That's a fucking sick look, dude. See, I've been trying to see if I can wear a bucket hat, and it doesn't work. But a bucket with a lighter brim like this, that might be the move. And the fucking let's not even talk about this collar and lapel, man. Damn. 1970s English language films, 1970s French language films, 1972 multilingual films. Okay, films about murder. This is, I know this. It's Last Tango in Paris. Marlon Brando. I know that one. By the way, this should This should be green. This also should be higher than 10%. The more I have 43% had I have no mouth and I must cream. That's crazy, man. Not everyone's 45. Yeah. What's your point? Is that your defense for being stupid? Because, like, listen, I've been there. The problem is your whole life you get trained on this idea that, like, of course people older than me are better than me. They've had more time to practice. But eventually you hit a point, I don't know when, it's maybe around when you're like in your early 20s and you start seeing news stories of people younger than you doing stuff that you haven't done. Or like somebody like Timothy Chalamet wins an Oscar and then you look up his birth year and it's like 2 years after yours and you're like, fuck. Problem is, in order for you to maintain that ethos your whole life, you have to start doing some stuff. Because if you just don't do stuff and then you are like, yeah, of course they're doing stuff, they're older than me, you're going to be older than people that are doing stuff. So you got to do stuff. Otherwise, you're going to be stuck in that mode. You're really going to be like 61 and be like, well, of course they did that. They're 73. No, man. Because the thing is, I think there's one more switch too. And I'm not quite at that switch yet, but I think somewhere, maybe like 60, you hit the switch where you're like, well, of course they did that. They're younger than me. So you gotta make hay while the sun's up, and the sun is in the middle of the sky right now. If you're 36 years old, like a fellow like me, okay? Because pretty soon it's gonna be golden hour. And the day's always brightest right before the night, man. That doesn't really make sense, but you get the idea. It's high noon. Minute cryptic. We're making hay when the sun's up, man. You think waiting till 32 is the right choice for you to have a kid? My wife and I are waiting till 30. You know what? I think that's personal. You know, JJ McCarthy just had his first kid. Bro, you graduated college like 16 months ago. Live a little, bro. I know, it's like he's like going 1950s mode, man. He signed his first contract out of college and he's like, time to have like 9 kids or something like that. What the hell, dude? Relax, man. Just relax a little bit. He's going leave it to beaver mode, man. Blackbeard rumored to have submerged body part in canal? Submerged seems like a direction. I think you want a synonym for a body part. Blackbeard is a pirate. Submerged body part. Submerged is like half of the, you take the letters from the back half of the word. Let me see what, this seems crazy. Our fodder is Blackbeard rumored. We'll use these letters as directed by the indicators. The indicator, to have submerged. The answer is covered or obscured by neighboring letters. What is a body part in a canal? Like it's going to be wordplay. It's always wordplay. Submerged. Do we have to rearrange it? Let me give me a second here. The answer is covered over or obscured by neighboring letters. Ear. Drum. Oh, it's a body part in canal. Eardrum. What a delightful bone mow, Mr. Knight, Mr. Stephen Knight. What a delightful bone mow. I don't get how it's in canal. It's in your ear canal, man. It's in your ear canal. Your eardrum's in your ear canal. But drum? Your eardrum. Your eardrum. So what was the Blackbeard part for? Sometimes you got to make a little stretch to make the clue work, okay? It's just a little puzzle. Did they have to use Blackbeard? Well, no, but yes, because they needed to make it spell eardrum.